Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently invading down over here. We're looking to do some unification work here in Central America, and that is indeed exactly what's going to happen here. We're going to push on through here, and the question is, who all are we at war with? So the war leader is Aztec. Okay. So we're at war with Aztec and all of their vassals. So if we look here, we can see that it basically goes here, up to here, taking these guys, and then there's just this, like, line here. So that's fairly convenient, all things considered. I like it. So these guys here should, in theory, then, be moved here, which they actually can do, remarkably. I'm surprised that that can be done, but okay, sure. I guess that'll happen. So, they control this province up here, but that doesn't really matter. We need to get this siege completed. And there's a lot of sieges that are going to end up being completed. So I'd like to figure out how many forces do we need here? Only 4. Okay, we're going to move 1 cannon and 3 units of warriors here. The rest of these forces, we're going to move out. So we're just pushing on beyond this, since we're apparently not fort blocked by this. I don't know why we're not fort blocked, but okay. We are not blocked, so we're moving on through. This is strange. I would expect that the zone of control here would have prevented us from just walking through here, but apparently not, so sure. So we're going to need to head up over this way eventually, right? But we'll take the 5 legitimacy is kind of irrelevant. 60 ducats would be a lot, though. So we'll take the legitimacy. We're already capped on it. It's not ideal, for sure. Okay, so we can see... Ooh. They suddenly appeared over here. Okay. So we're going to head back over this way. I don't think we're going to get here in time. Unfortunately not. So we ended up getting that small force that we left here stack wiped. I had no idea that their army was just sitting right here waiting for us to come down this way. Okay, sure, that's fine. We are going to re-recruit over here. So we're going to need to recruit, and we're going to need gold for that. We're going to need to recruit cannon, and we're going to need to recruit some infantry. So to that end, we're going to tune down our rooting out of corruption fully, like this. And then I think we're also going to take a loan. I don't want to do that really, but here we are. So then we're going to produce a cannon here, and we're going to produce the 3 units of infantry here. They were just waiting for us to overextend, and that's exactly what we did. We now know that they're out over here, though. So I'm going to shift consolidate this, and we're going to leave behind, well, our cannon and 4 units. And we're going to move right on back up over here. We know where their armies are now, so this should be reasonably fine. This is 1 too many units of infantry. That split off the cannon? Really? Why did that hotkey split the cannon? Okay, whatever. Over we go. Cool. So this siege should have been done by now, except unfortunate situations occurred. And for now, we want to take this to get them trapped back here in this zone of control. So that'll be fine. I want to move these guys northward. And the cannon will come up here as soon as it's done. Actually, I'm going to leave these infantry for the time being here. We can't go here due to the fort, right? We may as well just group them together then. I was thinking we could take out this force, but I don't think we can actually get there, so... Yeah, there's no way to get there. We did get a wall breach here, so these sieges are going fairly quickly. Let's go ahead and group that together. Fantastic. Now we've got our value cannon in there, and this siege is now over. Wonderful. I want to head up and start a siege here. Cool. We're just waiting for this siege to end, and these guys I don't think are a threat. Okay. Yeah, we'll do this gladly. So our stability ended up going up there. That looks good. And are we making progress here? No, we don't have enough troops. We need 9 units to do that. Okay, do we want to come out and fight them? Honestly, I think the answer to that is no. I can't stop this from moving. I was unable to stop this. We weren't locked in at the time. I hadn't unpaused. Wild. I didn't want to actually do this, but the game would not let me stop moving them. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we'll do it. We win no matter what, but I didn't actually want to fight that. We ended up stack wiping it, so it's fine, but that is not what I intended to do. Sure. We're going to shift consolidate here, and we need to leave behind a large number of units. So we're going to leave the cannon, and we're going to leave 10 units here. The rest of our forces still can't move back here because of zone of control of this fort, I think. Zone of control of this fort? We actually can't move this way. There's too many forts in the area. Wild. Well, I guess we'll leave all of our forces here to siege then. Because we can't move around over here. These guys are walking in over this way, though, and let's let them lock in, and let's come fight them back over here rather than sieging this fort right now. They can actually just walk straight past this fort. Okay, there's weird zone of control going on here. I don't know what's up with the zone of control, but it's very strange. The smallpox epidemic is continuing. We did win that battle, but we did not stack wipe them, and we cannot exit back over this way. We have to siege this fort at this point. So that's kind of wild. In which point, there's no point in having these guys here. Let's move them back over this direction. They have to go like this. It's because of the way that the forts are lined up here. We can't stop moving here. Now we can. Okay, there's some really weird zone of control rules going on here. Noted. Very, very strange rules. This is probably because the fort here just vanished. Did they change their capital? There's not a fort here all of a sudden. There was moments ago. Wild. Okay, we're going to repay this loan. And we easily win this battle. And Aztec has forces down over here. Yeah, this isn't shocking. So they're able to walk through here. And we'll just let them be for now. Our colony in Shortly is now self-sustaining. So we should probably come down to people. We have no colonists to send, but now we do. So we're going to head on down there. They're sieging this. Are these guys in this war? No. Wait a second. What is happening here? It's a second war? Who declared that? Okay, that's a coattail war. That's understood. So that is fine. So these guys are definitely still in that war. We can walk up over this way, but we can't take this territory. Interesting. This is some weirdness for sure. But let's go ahead. I think based on the change of zone of control from this fort, I'm not entirely sure what happened here, but based on the fact that this fort is no longer a thing, these guys are apparently at war with us, but we cannot take their territory. I don't know what's happening right now. Things are mildly confusing. So this is Matlazinka. They're not on this list. So they must have been some sort of a vassal and then got freed at some point. It's the only thing I can figure. Okay, I'm going to shift consolidate this, and we're going to split off. We should need at least 5, but I'm going to move 6. We can't go this direction because of the hostile fort. Okay, so we're still in a situation here where we can't exit this area. Due to apparently fort zone of control. So we're taking this fort, and that's fine. We can't take this area, so we may as well back off here and just let this siege finish. And once this siege finishes, that should put us in a position where we can actually do things. In theory. Assuming the zone of control of the forts is not completely wacky. Are they sieging here? They are. So this is going to be very awkward for us, this Coattail War. I would have had a siege going here if we didn't have this really weird zone of control going on. I'm not sure what's going on with it, to be honest. This is not how zone of control rules are supposed to work, to my knowledge. So that's very strange. Regardless, it's not the end of the world. So we're going to get this siege done eventually. And these guys are just walking past this fort and going to this one. Okay. I mean, we were able to walk past this fort for some reason too, so turnabout is fair play in that case. We're going to need to walk back this way now that this fort has fallen. And I want to not help out over here. Man, those zone of controls are wacky. I mean, this one makes sense, though. This one definitely makes sense. So that's fine. We're going to walk down this direction. We are out of manpower at this point, and we're just going to chase these Aztec forces. Okay, we're going to catch something here. Beautiful. That stack wiped. Now we're heading up to Satuda, where they are attempting to do nonsense. That is absolutely okay. So we're going to head down over here. We're going to fight them. Oh, they ran away from Satuda. Okay. Sure. I actually didn't expect them to run there. I expected to catch them at Satuda. But yeah, that's fine. And we're just going to head up over here, look to cut them off, hopefully around here. Looks like they are indeed allowing that. They're fast, though. We're just going to keep chasing them. As long as they're running, they're not doing anything useful. And I think we're slightly faster than them. Yeah, we're going to catch them here, looks like. So that looks good. So this is occupied by Matlazinka at this point. Noted. Okay, so we stack wiped their primary army. I want to come on over here, but they have sieges ongoing. This is a very, very awkward Coattail War, no doubt about it. We are going to go ahead and lower taxes. I think that's fine for now. Okay, so our forces are on the way over here, and it looks like they're not coming in here. That's noted. Awkward Coattail is awkward, but we have a potential solution for that. No doubt about it. So, I want to have these guys head up over here, while we head all the way up to here, and hopefully start up a siege up there. Okay, these guys are apparently not in this war anymore. Or maybe they never were. I guess that's fine. So we don't need to siege anything here. I do see this Zalisco force over here. That is noted. So what do we actually need here? We need 9. So I'm going to shift consolidate, and we're going to split off. We need like 6 units here. And that'll be fine. These guys are going to head up to here. Now, I'm assuming we can't move up to here. Okay, that's a really awkward path. I'm not going to take that path. The rest of these forces are going to move down here. We're not going to have sufficient to be able to work on this. That's understood. Okay, so we're going to get these sieging. And we're going to need to go deal with this force over here. Just waiting for this siege to finish. Off we go. So that seems relatively fine for now. They disappeared out into this fog over here. Okay, they're trying to do this again. It's not going to work. Get out of here. So that's stack wiped, and now we're going to grab this. We're at 90% war score. This war is awkward. No doubt about that. So, at this point, there are a few locations that are occupied by not us. And we're not okay with it. No, I don't want to use the fleet. Apparently we can't walk through Kolyma anymore. Okay. Well, we'll ask for military access. There we go. Whatever war they were in or access they were granting was removed. That's understood. So this is lacking a core. We're going to do that. Unconditional surrender, huh? Okay. Well, if they unconditionally surrendered, then here are the terms. We're going to take all of this. Beyond that, we are interested in some Mayan vassals here. So these guys would become our tributary, or rather our vassal. And then these guys out over here, we can't actually do. So Zalisco is these guys, right? Yes, that is Zalisco. So we're not taking anything from them in this peace deal right now. This is 96 peace offer value. We can't get too much more anyway. So we might want to just say, you know what, this is good enough. Who would be angry? No one we care about. Beautiful. So we're going to take all of this, and that'll be wonderful. All of our forces are going to head down over here. Okay. So that's a lot of additional territory, as well as this shiny new vassal, and we should probably immediately begin improving relations with our shiny new vassal. We're going to do that, and we can invest in an admin tech. Okay, before we do that, I want to get these cores going. Yeah, we now can't get the admin tech. That makes sense. So our war exhaustion is a bit high. It will go down pretty quickly. That seems good. We do need to recover manpower. These guys unblack flagged there. Okay, so we would need access through, like, these guys. Okay. We should also cancel our military access over here, although we don't have a diplomat to do that with right now. So we're just going to make our way back like so. We unblack flagged when we got to our vassal's territory, and it's kind of rude, but whatever. Okay, so we're going to cancel the military access here, and then here we're going to cancel the military access as soon as our diplomat is back. There we go. And we'll gain 50 admin power. That sounds good. All of these guys here, of course, will be grouped together, and we're going to be restoring our army for a little bit here, but we're not that short on our army, so that sounds good. How are we doing financially? Well, we can definitely crank up our rooting out of corruption to be about here or so. And that sounds fine for now. We can also do a sale of titles. And I kind of want to do this. It's going to drop our crownland to be just low, but that's okay. We're going to be able to seize land again very soon. And what that allows us to do is that allows us to repay a number of our loans. 401 gold of our debt. Excellent. And that interest payment is now immediately going to go into further rooting out of corruption. We need to recover from this war before we get declared on again by Castile, and we'll see when that ends up happening. We have gotten their opinion of us positive, so that's nice. So our crownland is low, and that does need to get handled. We're going to be full on manpower very soon. We only need 638 men, and we're gaining 300 per month. So that's pretty solid. I also want to mothball this fort and this fort. There we go. So we're going to get both of those forts mothballed, and that gives us some additional money that we can put into rooting out of corruption. Excellent. Now, I do want to be making some amount of gold here, so we'll put our rooting out of corruption around here, and we'll ramp up that rooting out of corruption over time. So that sounds good. How are we doing on our next technologies? Okay, that'll take a little while. Our overextension is up there. Our war exhaustion is up there. So we should just chill for a little bit here. I want to pay off loans. I want to build up manpower. I want to get our war exhaustion down. I would like to also see our inflation reduce a fair amount. Our inflation's up there. We had a revolt, and this is in our vassal territory. They've got that under control. So we don't need to do anything there. We did lose our explorer. That's unfortunate. But okay. I'm not shocked about it. I don't think we can recruit another one, can we? No. No, we can't. We need Quest for the New World for that. So we're not too interested in that for now, but I do want to get this clergy loyalty up. We're going to have to wait about 3 months, I think, before we can actually seize land. So that looks good. Okay. So next up, we're going to be continuing to attack various coalitions out over here, right? That's the idea. We want to get all of this put together. No doubt about that. I would love to come in and attack, like, actually, Tlaxcala is a pretty tempting target right now. We can repay a loan at this moment, which we will definitely do. I'm going to undrill these guys, and we're going to move back over here. This should be a very easy and quick war for us. How are we doing on that overextension? 36.8. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, so I want to attack Tlaxcala right now. They have no friends, and they are currently a defender against a war. We have no CB. Ooh, okay. What's our supply limit here? Sure. So I guess we're going to need to fabricate a claim here, which is not ideal. But okay. So we're still improving relations in New Granada. Let's pull that diplomat back for now. That'll be fine. What about Mixtec? Can we attack Mixtec? They're allied with Tanala, and they have 2 vassals, Aztec and Tlapanec. That's interesting. We do have a Conquest CB. We can't actually confirm this because we don't have a diplomat right now, but this is fascinating. I really want to do this. Okay, so let's let our morale regenerate for at least a month here. I'm going to declare this war, and we're going to head directly in here. So Mixtec has some locations, or one location here. This is actually, yeah, these guys. That seems fine. So we're going to declare this war. We're going to head in here, and this will fall very quickly. Excellent. Our vassal is surprisingly actually helping us here. I didn't expect that, but okay. And we're going to head in here. And the question is, how many forces do we actually need for this? The answer is not many. So let's move over 1 cannon and 4 units of infantry. While the rest of these move on, I would like to fight them right here. That's a huge section of their army that we just obliterated, and that sounds great. Shift consolidating and moving these guys back down over here. And I'd like to move a force in and start taking this siege. Okay, we see them coming in over here. I'm not sure we care about that, to be honest. What do we need to actually siege this? 7k? So let's leave this cannon here and do something like that. Well, these guys come back and start looking to fight this force. Excellent. So this is kind of a coattail war. Kind of. We don't have access into Tlaxcala. We're going to ask them for access. Actually, they wouldn't give it. They're outraged at us. Okay, fair enough. High pause menu. We're going to walk back up over here and look to take on Aztec. But this looks good. They also flipped this to us. Remarkable. So this siege is over. I'm going to group these guys together. And they're going to walk up over... Actually, I'm just going to send them up over here. We'll leave these where they are. So that looks good. That's up to 28%. Our vassal should be the siege leader, I think. Yes. So that sounds okay. Wonderful. I see their army coming in down here. It's hilarious. And we can do something about that. So we can leave some forces here. I'm going to split this force roughly in half. I'm going to leave the cannon. We're going to take the cavalry, and we're going to take half of the units here. We're going to leave the leader. While the rest of these forces... Are we going to leave the leader? We kind of have to. We can't move here? Wow, okay. So... No, we can move here. It was just very strange. Okay, they're walking up this way. This siege just ended. Okay, we're locked in here. That's understood. So this is fine for now. This is occupied by us. Looks good. And we're going to attack them here. Reinforcements coming in. And we'll sell it. There we go. That's going to allow us to repay yet another loan. Sounds good. So we have a lack of leadership here, of course, but that is absolutely fine. So we're going to get this siege completed. That's not going to take long. Lose some reform progress. I guess that's okay. And we're going to walk up here and deal with this capital fort. Okay, there's a revolt down over here. I'm actually going to pull these guys over and deal with that first. Okay, so that sounds good for right now. Get out of here. Excellent. We're going to get a lot of aggressive expansion out of this, and that's okay. We're going to get a crazy amount of aggressive expansion out of this, actually. Cores are beginning to finish up, and that is very good. We also have access to that admin tech, which I'm going to grab. We're going to need admin power for cores very soon, but for now, this will do. Okay, we're just eliminating this force. There we go. I'm going to move these guys up. We're going to take these 2 areas. We don't have enough to actually siege out over here, but that's noted. Okay, awkwardness is ensuing with Tlaxcala over here. Again, that is understood. So they are sieging right here. We can't move in here because we don't have military access. But our enemies do. That's not how military access works in Europa. Have there been changes of which I'm unaware? Perhaps. Well, for now, we're just going to head up over here, and this is fine. We're going to grab this, and then we're going to head in over here. There's a bunch of cores finishing. That is perfect. We can make states here, and we're going to do exactly that. And then we can make full cores. We're going to need admin power for that, and that's understood. Okay, we lose some money here. That's fine. So we're going to finish up this here, and then this siege. We're at 62% war score right now. Okay, so we need to bypass this fort. Gotcha. So this siege we can't participate in. That is, I mean, we kind of coattail ward this, to be honest. It's fine. So I'm going to leave behind a siege force here. This is going to be a shift consolidate, and we're going to do like that. While the rest of these forces come back, and hopefully we can take out these guys. That would be ideal. So we're going to be making some progress here. Wonderful. Immoral prices, huh? They'll lower their prices. That's fine. Okay, so we didn't stack wipe that, which is a little sad. But we can grab ourselves a new mill tech, and that is great. We're going to do that. We're not going to immediately shift over to this new unit type, because that would wipe out our morale, and we need to let that regenerate. So we'll shift over to this after this war ends, but for now, it's time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to wrap up this war. There are a few more locations that we are fighting. I think we can head up over here, and that'll be absolutely fine. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.